Hello everyone, welcome back to IntelliSkills. In this video we have another question, another MCQ which is very important for interviews. Because at the end of this video where we'll discuss the solution, I'll discuss a lot of things which are very important topics for the interviews, like the difference between the linked list and the array list. So stay tuned for that. Watch the video till the very end. This video is going to be useful for the interviews. So let us begin with the question. So the question goes like this. There is a linked list of string which we call list, and to that list we have added B, we have added A, we have added C, and then we print the list. Now there are four options: option A BAC, option B CAB, option C ABC, option D CBA. So I want you to now pause the video, analyze the question, find out the correct answer, and then you can resume the video and see to the solution. Okay, so go ahead. So time for the reveal. The correct answer is option A BAC. Now why BAC? So for that you need to understand what is linked list. Linked list is basically the insertion order will be preserved, like the order in which the elements are inserted into the list, that will be maintained throughout. So over here first B is inserted, then A, and then C. So that order is only maintained, BAC. Now let us know something more about linked list. So we know that every list has items. Similarly, linked list also has items. Now those items are called nodes. Okay. Now these nodes have two parts. So first part is data and another part is the link. Okay. So first is data, like the actual thing which you want to store. So say suppose in this example only, the first item that I'm storing in the linked list is B. Yes. So this is the data of the node. Okay. Now what is a link? Link means basically you have a pointer that connects you to the next particular node. Okay. So it is a link to the next node. Okay. That is a pointer, reference to the next node. So this is A, our next node. Okay. So this node also has the data A and a link to the next node, that is C. Okay. Now the node C, this has the data C and the link to what? Link to null. Okay. It will have the link to null, and that is because the list ends over here. So it is a it signifies that the list ends over here because it points to null. Now what is head? Head is the first node. Okay, B is the head over here in this particular list. And then we have another thing, that is, if the list is like totally empty, then the head will be null. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Now these nodes, okay, these items, these are like these are stored separately in the memory. Okay, let us compare it with array now. So basically in an array, the items, okay, the elements or the items, they are stored in like next to one another, next to each other. They are not stored like separately, they are stored next to each other. Okay, they are not flexible. Like if you in this linked list, if you want to like add more and more elements, you can keep on adding them. It is flexible, like it will expand and expand and expand. But in the case of arrays, it is not flexible. Like once if you declare the size of the array, you cannot like if you try to add more elements, it will not it will not happen. Okay, if you want to add more and more elements, you have to create a new array of bigger size, and then you have to copy those elements of the existing array into that array. Okay, so this is what you have to do. They are not flexible, right? This is for the arrays. The arrays which we kind of write like this. Okay, we write the arrays which we write like this. I was talking about them. Let us talk about array list now. Okay, if I have this array list of say integer, new array list, and then let's say I add like 1 to it, and then numerous elements I'll keep on adding. Now you can see in this array list I have some elements added from 1 to 12. Okay, now let me specify the the limit of the array list, the size of the array list. Let me specify the initial capacity, say 9. Okay, better say 10. Now you can see it does not give any error. I have added like more than 10 elements. I have added 12 elements. It does not give any error. Why? Because array list can grow and shrink in size according to its wish. Internally, array list functions like an array. So internally it needs to create a bigger array and copy all the elements to that array, because the actual capacity of the array list, default capacity is 10. Default capacity of an array list is 10 only. So if you are adding more than 10 elements, it will grow 1.5 times its, or if like 1.5 times its original size, somewhat like 1.5, something like that. It will go, it will like grow bigger in size, and it will copy all the elements, and this happens internally, so you don't realize it. You just keep on adding and it happens automatically. It does not create any error. But if you do like integer array, what you normally do, like if you try to do like this, then it will give an error. Okay, I'm not showing it, it's pretty simple. If you try it, if you specify the size of it, and if you try to add it, it will give you an error. But it does not happen in the case of array list. But internally it needs to, like, it takes a lot of time. It needs to create a bigger array, and then it needs to copy all the elements. Okay, this does not happen in the case of linked list. They are flexible. So this is one major difference between them. And another major difference is the storage style. Let me give you an example. Like, see, suppose you have a row of lockers. Okay, you have a row of lockers, like side by side they are placed, and there are 5 lockers only. Okay, there are 5 lockers only, so you can store only 5 items in that, not more than that. Now suppose one day you bring a 6th item, so where are you going to store that? Okay, so you need to find a new locker system which has like more than 5, like 6, a large number of lockers. Okay, and you need to copy all your items that you are stored in the first locker system into that new locker system. Okay, this is what you have to do. So this locker system is an example of array. So the things are stored like next to each other, side by side, row of lockers. Okay, and it is not flexible. You have to like move to a whole different locker system. That is array. Okay, the elements in an array are stored next to each other. Now imagine a locker system like this. They are not placed next to each other. There is one locker in some room, there is another locker in some other room, another locker in some other room. So like this, the lockers are all scattered. Okay, they are separately like stored. You are storing your item over there in the first locker, and then there is a like clue, there is a key, okay, to the next locker. So there is a link to the next locker. There is a key. With that key you can open the next locker, and when you go to the next locker, you store your next item there, and then you get another kind of link or kind of clue to the next locker. So like this it continues. This is an example of linked list, this locker system. Like the elements are all scattered. They are stored separately. Okay, they are stored separately, but there is always a link to the next element, so there is no problem in that. That is the basic difference between linked list and array list. That is, first, the flexibility. Arrays are not flexible. Linked list is flexible. And then array list, like the elements are stored next to each other, and in linked list the elements are stored separately. This is the difference, and you can use this example which I just told you, the locker system example, to explain it to your interviewer. Okay, if any question like that comes, because this is a pretty good question for interviews. So yes, this was our question. Have I shown you by running the code? Let me run the program. You can see the output is BAC. Insertion order is preserved. So yes, that's pretty much it. We have more MCQs like this in our channel in the tricky MCQ questions playlist. You can go over there. We post videos over there regularly for MCQs, so that your core Java knowledge always stays updated. We do post regularly over there, and we'll try to do that so that you can ace your interviews and your core Java knowledge stays updated. So yes, stay tuned with our channel for more MCQs like this. Please like this video, and I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep exploring. Thank you, and bye bye.